What made you quit a job on the spot? I was working at this fancy steakhouse where the manager, Rick, constantly stole tips from servers. He'd wait until we counted our money, then claim we miscounted and pocket the difference. 3 servers had already quit that month because of his theft. That week, Rick escalated his theft operation. He installed cameras aimed at our tip counting area and started staying late to review footage. The kitchen staff warned us he was calculating our exact earnings every night. Then, he began forcing us to pay bogus fines. Broken glasses we never touched, walkout tabs that weren't our fault, uniform violations for spotless clothes. The breaking point came when he targeted Sarah, a single mom who just started. Rick grabbed $60 from her tips, claiming she miscounted. Sarah broke down crying because she needed every penny for her kid. Rick just laughed and said, "Welcome to the real world, princess." Saturday night, we got slammed with a wedding party of 80 people. Rick immediately started playing favorites, cutting my section to add more tables while giving his buddies easy 2-tops. The kitchen was backed up, customers were getting angry, and Rick was already eyeing our tip money. The wedding party racked up a $1,500 bill and left me $300 in cash tips. I was ecstatic because I could finally pay my rent. Rick saw the money and immediately walked over with his clipboard. "Health department violation," he said, pointing at nothing. "You touched food without gloves. That'll be $200. He reached for my cash, but I pulled it back. "I never touched any food," I said. "Are you calling me a liar?" He shouted loud enough for customers to hear. "Pay the fine or you're fired." The entire wedding party was staring at us now. I looked at the $300 in my hand, then at Rick's smug face. "You know what?" I said loud enough for everyone to hear. "I've watched you steal from every server here for months." Rick's face went red. "Lower your voice," he hissed, but I got louder. "This man steals tips from hardworking people," I announced to the wedding party. "He's stolen hundreds of dollars from us." The bride's father stood up. "Is this true?" he asked Rick. "We left a big tip specifically for the servers." Rick started stammering about policies and procedures, but the damage was done. "We want our tip money back," the father demanded. "All of it, now." Other wedding guests started nodding and pulling out their phones to record. Rick was trapped with 80 angry customers demanding answers. That's when my phone rang. It was my mom calling about my grandmother who'd had a heart attack earlier that week. "She's asking for you," Mom said, crying. "The doctors don't think she has much time left." I looked at Rick, who was now arguing with the wedding party about tip policies. "I need to leave," I told him. "My grandmother is dying." He spun around, furious that I was interrupting his damage control. "Your grandmother will still be dead tomorrow," he snapped in front of the entire wedding party. "These customers won't wait." Even the kitchen staff stopped working to stare. The bride's father stepped forward. "Did you just tell this person their dying grandmother can wait?" Rick realized his mistake, but it was too late. I untied my apron and threw it at his feet. "You're right," I said loud enough for everyone to hear. "She'll still be dead tomorrow, and you'll still be a piece of garbage who steals from people trying to make a living." I walked out with my $300 while the wedding party erupted in anger. Through the window, I watched the bride's father demanding to speak to the owner, while Rick frantically tried to calm everyone down. I made it to the hospital just in time. My grandmother passed away holding my hand 20 minutes later. The owner fired Rick and called begging me to come back as manager. I told him to hire Sarah instead.